What's up, everybody? Welcome back to White Boy Lockdown Radio, man. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Everybody check out the membership thing there. Put the bell on everything. Leave a comment, share, like. You guys know what to do, man. We're going to jump in right into this one, man. So this is going to be part 2 of what I was talking about, man, with gangs and cleaning house and the whole $150 thing, man. With $150s, that is a gang thing, like I was saying on part 1. It is majority done to gang members on gang members. That is something when they get hemmed up and they get caught messing with a punk, they will do it. Now, when it comes to the JIT camps, it will differ because in the JIT camps, they will do it over anything. The JITs don't know how to act. They're stupid. You know, you have people that are getting $150 for, anything. To break down and switch up the politics and show you the difference between JIT and adult. You have somebody that's going to get cut up for nothing at a JIT camp. Look at 1090. Look at his story. That would not have happened. That would not have happened in an adult camp. If they're going to $150 for stealing or whatever have you in a JIT camp, in an adult camp, it's not going to go down like that. If a gang member steals from somebody and you're going to go to the head, be like, hey man, your brother stole something from me, he's going to tell you one thing. He's going to tell you one thing only. My brother is right even when he's wrong. They're not gonna violate him for that. But when it comes to cleaning house, that is a whole different thing. Cleaning house, you're gonna have a guy come in and he's trying to make a name for himself. He's trying to clean it up. For instance, if you got a dude that'll come in, he might be repping GD, for example. He's gonna come in, and he's going to clean it up. He's going to make sure that they're following and doing exactly what they're going to do. And you will see the best explanation I can give you for cleaning house is you will have somebody who has a tattoo on them. Okay, they could be a neutron. They could be somebody who used to be down with that gang, and they just fell off. They don't do it. It could be something that looks very, very, very similar to what the gang has, no matter what it is, whether it's the star, whether it's a clover, whatever have you. You'll have somebody, the same guy who's coming in trying to clean it up, trying to make a name for himself. He's going to make his brothers make this person take it off their skin. Okay? I've heard about burning it off, never seen it. But what you will see is these big blotch patches. These big blotch, literally, if we're going to use a star for an example, this dude will apply pressure and make his brothers go at that dude and make him go to the tattoo dude if they don't put down on the tattoo dude and just take a tack gun and the star off it. If we're using a star, if it's a clover, the same thing. So you'll see these dudes walking around with a big just blackout mark on them. Okay, that is a perfect example of cleaning house. But again, just like $150, cleaning house is also an in-house gang thing. Okay. They're going to come and they're going to put down on their own brothers, and trust and believe me, 90% of gangs, in all the time that I did, 90% of the gangs, there's animosity within the set. I've told you guys again, time and time again, it's watered down. There's animosity within its own structure. There's a lot of people who do not like their own brothers. There is some dudes that get along with some of their brothers more than others. Sometimes there's chapters. Talking about GDs right now. I was cool with some GDs where I was at, but there's different chapters, different branches of that organization. You have you got GDs and you got, the IG, the insane gangsters, okay? You have a set where they let the white dudes represent it to themselves. You know, I was real straight with a cat named CT. Okay, CT was an IG. All right, CT had a swastika on his arm. He used to be down. He used to be rocking with a pro-white organization. I don't remember if it was the Unforgiven, but I remember CT was out of state. He had been to prison a few times, one in a different state. He came to Florida, but when he came here, he covered it up. Now, they didn't clean house on him. It wasn't a big blackout like I'm speaking of, but he got that swastika and made it something different. Okay, now CT went through it with somebody that I was really close in there with. Okay, I was real close with somebody in a pro-right organization, and I had to go behind the handball court with my boy and watch my boy wreck this dude, romp this dude, polish this dude. All right, but there was a lot of tension behind that because now we had the whole GDs on it, but it was behind what he had on him. You know what I mean? He was in a gang, but he had a swastika, which was redone. But the dude that I was with at the time, I was probating, so I strapped up and went over there, and hey, he ramped him. You know what I mean? But talking about CT now, CT was an IG, but he did not like the other GDs on the pound. And with the IG, this little chapter, so it's a brothers, they had their own little brothers. They just flocked together, and they really didn't mess with the rest of them. You would see them on the rec yard. They would do their little handshake and whatever, and this and that. But other than that, that was it. You know, I used to talk to CT a lot. CT was an all right dude. He had a lot of time. Him and this big, tall Spanish dude. He had to be about 6'3". He had a lot of time. He had about 15 years. He was another IG. They both ended up running up on somebody in the canteen line and poking them up over basically nothing. A lot of people where I was at would do stunts like that to get the rank and to get the clout, but at the same time they wanted to get the hell away from that camp. You have to understand, the dude that I'm speaking of, he's 6'5", he's got 15 years, so he's from Miami. You know, you're talking about 12 hours one way. You know, go back to the visitation series where I talk about, you know, how you have to literally spend money and make a whole weekend out of it just to visit somebody. So in this instance, he did this in hopes. He knew he was going to go to confinement. He knew his custody was going to get jacked up, but he's hoping that they're going to send him down south a little closer. So even if they send him, you know, halfway, it's still way better for his people to drive 6 hours one way versus 12. You see what I'm saying? You follow me? Cleaning house is something that happens a lot, you know, as far as neutrons, as far as people that, myself, man, you know, I was a neutron, but I probated. I just didn't go all the way with the patch. You know, I didn't really clash heads, but, you know, I spoke my mind on, you know, why I didn't want to take the patch, but at the same time, man, I rode. You see what I'm saying? So I kind of had a little different path than most. But, you know, for neutrons, people who aren't affiliated, if you have the wrong tats on you, man, you know, hey, it is what it is. This is a hostile environment. You're gonna get checked behind it. You know what I'm saying? But cleaning house, man, is a big thing. The $150 thing, like, again, this is a lot of gang things. You're not gonna see, the average person is not gonna get $150. It's just not gonna happen. You know, it's just not gonna happen. You know, the funny thing is, when they clean house, or if a $150 is done to somebody, you know, the next thing that happens to this gang member is he's gonna get X'd out. You know, and in Florida they have and I'm sure it's like this everywhere, maybe just here, they have a weird ass gang in Florida. All right, it is the gay gang. Okay, these dudes literally, when they get X'd out, you know, they have to do something. they got to do something. They got to check in. But once you're a gang member, it takes 2 seconds for someone to call and put word on you that you've been X'd out, so it follows you. Just because you check in and go to a different camp does not mean you start over. That is an absolute lie. So instead of someone doing that path, they will join the gay gang. Now you have a gang. This is 100% facts. You have a gang. It's a whole bunch of ex-Bloods, ex-Crips, ex-this, ex-that, ex-this, ex-that. And now they're gay, because 9 times out of 10, that's why they got X'd out. That's why they got the $150. And now they're in the gay gang. Okay? It's funny. It is some funny stuff, because you will literally see the dude with the gold teeth, the tats. You see him just get $150 going through all this. Now he's rocking with, rolled up his shorts. He put the Skittles in the wind seal, and now he's got the lipstick on. You know, now his name is Cinnamon. Okay? But he was just a gangster dude. Wait a second. What happened? You will see it. You will see it. The gay gang, they don't go to war. They get laughed at. They get laughed at, especially from the same dude who got X'd out. That was a killer. This the biggest dope pusher on the street. He had the caddy on 26s. You know, the 64 TVs in there. But now he's Cinnamon with his shorts rolled up. Okay, he gets laughed at. This is what goes down, man. It's watered down, man. I'm trying to tell y'all. So I'm going to try to tell y'all about this other gay gang and some other videos, man. I hope y'all enjoy what's going on with the sections, man. I'm trying to break it down, guys. Hey, man, hit that member button. Definitely share it, like, comment. I appreciate all the new subs, man. The channel's doing good. Appreciate you guys, man, to the fullest, man. It's White Boy Lockdown Radio. Stay out, stay safe, and stay solid. Until the next one.